in today's Let's Dish. We're still talking turkey. Thanksgiving is on Thursday. And joining me is Chris Allen from Franciscan Skemp. And Chris, biggest complaint about Thanksgiving is the bird gets overcooked and becomes dry. What are some techniques to avoid that?
Okay, I think the first and most important technique is brining the bird. And that's putting it in a saltwater solution of half a cup of salt per gallon of water overnight the day before you want to roast it.
Okay, because that helps seal in the juices. Now, when you cook it, any techniques to that?
I'd say a common mistake a lot of people make is pulling the turkey out of the oven and carving it right away. The problem with that is all the juices that are in the bird are going to leak out and onto the cutting board. And if you allow it a resting period of 20 to 30 minutes after you pull it out, those juices will go back into the meat where you want them.
Okay, and probably one of the bigger mistakes that people make is they rely on the little plastic tabs to tell them that the bird is done. And you say don't do that. Use a meat thermometer.
Right.
And where do you use the meat thermometer? In the thigh and then in the breast?
Yeah, those plastic tabs, I throw those out as soon as I see them. And when I'm taking this temperature, I want it in the thickest part of the thigh and also in the thickest part of the thigh here and the thickest part of the breast.
And what should the temperature read?
165.
165, and that way you got yourself a perfect turkey.
Yep.
Alrighty, Chris, thank you very much. Happy
Thank
Thanksgiving.
You too.
That is today's Let's Dish. Easy tips.
You know, I was going to say, when it comes to brining, too, a lot of people may not have tried that, or maybe you did, but you can put extra things in there, too. If you don't want to just do salt, there's a lot of other ingredients you can throw in there, too. You said, what was your secret for getting the the turkey cooked just right?
I just let somebody else cook it.
You're one of those, huh?
Actually, no, I did. I have had turkey on the grill, and actually my sister does it. She'll brine it, and they do this wonderful brine, and I'm not even sure what they put in it, but it's not just salt water. There's other flavorings in it, and they'll brine it for about 24 hours and then cook it on the grill. And we used to do that for Christmas, and the turkey was just fantastic. It was juicy, but it had that smoky flavor to it, completely different than what you'd eat at Thanksgiving. But
you know, I know some people who do all kinds of vegetables on the inside of the cavity to add some extra flavor, and maybe even some, you know, rosemary, thyme, some herbs, or sometimes they'll even go to fruit. So they'll do like lemons, apples.
Or a combination.
Yeah, on the inside, and oranges on the inside as well.
But I was really surprised when you said you'd take the button out. The little.
Don't go by that.
Yeah, don't go by that, because by the time the button pops up, the turkey is just completely overcooked, and then you let it sit a little bit before you carve it. The turkey's going to cook more. So I found that kind of interesting. But if you take the button out, use the meat thermometer.
You want to check and make sure it's the right temperature.
Don't try to play guessing games with that.
All right, stay with us. Back in just a moment.